Hey, what's up guys, it's Mike.
It's Dan.
I get news items sent to me all the time about interesting stories or really mysterious phenomena, and I want to talk about a couple of those today because they're sort of connected.
Yeah.
And they're really interesting. So
really
the first
creepy.
one, yeah, they're also really creepy.
creepy.
Exactly. So maybe don't watch this at night because we're going to show you some footage and it might terrify you a little bit. This first one is from a year or two ago, and this is a little girl. She's in the Capuchin catacombs
In Sicily.
yeah. Italy.
These catacombs are really famous, right? There's 8,000 mummies
Right.
in these catacombs. And
Right.
she is by far the best preserved one. It's 100 years old. People go there to visit all the time. They take pictures of her.
Yes.
She died at the age of 2. And if you look at the photos, I think I'm looking at an actual person resting. That's how real she looks.
Or like a doll.
Or a doll, yeah.
She is known as the sleeping beauty of the
very
catacombs.
famous, yeah.
I'm still kind of, confused as to why people want to go to a place full of dead people. And see it. I mean, look, do people go to cemeteries and just wander around? I mean, some people do, I'm sure.
Right.
But it's not like a...
Well, okay, people go to cemeteries, right, to pay their respects to loved ones. There's no visible dead bodies, but I feel like
Exactly.
they go here because for some reason, you're attracted to this somehow. There are actual corpses just there.
Right.
And it's terrifying.
It's to me. I would never go because I'm scared of this stuff.
Not going there.
Like some people are infatuated, like that whole bodies exhibit. Like I will never go there because I don't love to see dead people. Like I like the thought of ghosts and all that stuff. But I never actually.
You want to see one?
I don't want to run into a ghost. But she's in the catacombs, and this story came out like I said a year or two ago. And there's a reason that she's so well preserved.
Right. So when she died, her father was really distraught,
Yeah.
and he approached her. She died in 1920. He approached a really well-known embalmer living in Palermo at the time named Alfredo Salafia. He actually developed this incredible embalming. Further developed an incredible embalming technique. Used it on her, and he actually afterwards supposedly he came to America to try to sell it. Didn't work out, went back to Italy. He basically died with his secret embalming recipe. So even after her, you haven't really seen like, maybe a couple times, but she's like one of the best examples of a preserved body.
Right, her name is Rosalia
Lombardo.
And you can, like you said, you just look at her, it just looks like some child just sleeping. But what was really strange was that people have noticed that throughout the day, she blinks.
I'm out.
Like
See you later.
she blinks. Can I tell you one of the creepiest things you ever see is little kids. Anything is creepy.
Oh, anything.
Little kids, creepy things little kids say, creepy things little kids draw, creepy dead little kids blinking.
Yeah.
That's top of the list right there.
And this is a phenomenon. So people have actually been trying to figure out why. First of all, most people are like, that's a hoax. A lot of people actually went as far as examining like hours and hours of footage, like time-lapse video.
They also thought it was the humidity. So a lot of theories over the years.
Right. The recent theory that people are shooting down, this could be anything supernatural, is they just say simply it's that when light shines through the window, it's an optical illusion.
It's optical illusion. You know, I hear the excuse of optical illusion for a lot of things.
Because it's a lot of used excuse. Optical illusion.
Optical illusion.
Because when you see something and you can't explain it, I mean, the only way to explain it is say, well, it's an illution.
Yeah.
But that's basically how they explain it.
I mean, I'm not sitting here and telling you guys, she's actually blinking. I don't know. I mean, do I believe in ghosts? Yeah. Do I want to believe this little child is blinking? What's she gonna do next? Like stand up and walk around? Like I don't want to see that. But I mean, I don't know if it's optical illusion or not. I mean, she looks like she's blinking to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't tell you obviously whether or not she is, but from what we've seen, and so many people have tried to prove this. You look, the eyes are in a different position over time. This is the most famous time lapse that's taken is 2 hours long. Her eyes look like they're opening to me.
I mean, we don't know. But of course, like people are like, well, you can check out the optical illusion. You're still gonna make mistakes because that's what optical illusions are. They trick you.
True.
Granted, there are definitely optical illusions out there. I also say there could also be supernatural explanations for this as well. I don't know.
There's just too many examples of this because we're going to tell you guys about another corpse that's even older than this girl that have recently been captured with their eyes open.
The next one was sent to me by Zachary Beatty. Thank you, Zachary.
Okay. Thanks, Zach.
Via Twitter.
Yeah.
And this is a story that just broke last few days. And this is a Catholic saint, child saint. And basically, the legend was this child wanted to become a Catholic, and her father would not allow it. So she ran away and met a nun, and then she just basically joined the faith without her father's consent. When she went back home, her father was so infuriated, he stabbed her to death. And that was 300 years ago. And now she's a saint.
Right.
And okay, first of all, I don't understand why the Vatican loves. There's a place where she is right now. Basically, that's just a bunch of saints' bodies lying there that people can go and pray to and worship.
Yeah, that is that phenomenon. Like people pray to the dead corpses of saints, right?
I mean, that's kind of disturbing to me. I'm not knocking anything doing, but I'm just saying that's creepy to me.
Yeah. Just because we don't do it, we're not saying that that's bad or good.
Right.
This particular young lady, she's called Santa Inocencia, which is actually just Saint Innocent in English, and she's at the Cathedral of Guadalajara in Mexico. So for 300 years, this body is extremely well preserved as well, considering the time.
This one really looks like a doll.
Definitely.
At least to me, it really looks like a doll, and nothing creeps me out more than a little kid doll. Because you cannot trust little kid dolls.
Right.
Chucky.
No.
Annabelle.
No.
That other cursed doll, what's his name? Robert or something?
Yeah.
You cannot trust dolls. This one is covered in wax. She's covered in wax. That's how they kind of preserved her.
Right.
She's covered in wax.
Whereas the other one is not. The other one is an embalming technique.
Right.
Okay. This is, like you said, they kind of, I guess, created like a wax shield or a molding.
Right. So this is from the YouTube channel Obscura
Obscura Habitación.
Yeah, they uploaded it, so I'm just gonna show you just a little bit. If you want to check out the whole video, you can go over there. It shows that her face is kind of tilted, and then if you blink, you'll miss it.
Right.
Because she opens her eyes for a split second.
I mean, I had to watch it several times to catch it.
You'll miss it.
I didn't see it at first. I had to stop it. I had to look at screen grabs. But once you compare, it's really hard just to catch it as it's happening live. But in real time, I mean. But if you look at two screens, you can tell. The first screen, her eyes are, her eyelids are closed, and then the second screen, you're like, oh, that looks different.
You know what? You know what this was to me?
What's that?
It was eye-opening.
Oh my gosh.
But this was, I mean, can you imagine? You're walking into this whole area, which for me, I'd be a little nervous. I'd be a little nervous because I'm walking in a bunch of, super old bodies laying there.
Right.
And I come upon this child, which I'm deathly scared of children ghosts.
Yep.
I'm definitely scared of anything kids do that's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And then she opens her eyes at me. Like
you would
how
actually
fast would I pee myself? Would be the next
It would
response.
be a record. It would be a record.
And also, let me say this: whenever you catch like a supernatural video, I think there's some prerequisites.
Okay.
First of all, it's got to be shaky as heck.
Always. It's never just dead on.
And no matter the iPhone 7 has 2 cameras now?
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what you have, your camera's got to be blurry. So maybe always carry a flip phone camera with you so you can have the authentic effect of capturing something supernatural on tape.
Exactly.
Like Bigfoot, anything you want, use a flip phone camera with a 3 megabyte pixel.
That's
also what you need.
Exactly. Just on a side note, how come in this day and age we have such high resolution cameras and yet, like you said, every single weird footage, you can't tell what it is. You would think one time somebody's like, oh, I got it in my HD DSLR, and then clearly you see Bigfoot.
Well, you need not even DSLR, any smartphone nowadays, you can literally film movies on them.
Yeah.
So
and yet this is still pixelated.
So people are saying this could be a hoax. I don't think it's a hoax. I mean,
how would you even do that?
I don't think this is a hoax. Did someone what if someone put a timer with a little stilt in this little saint's eye and just be like, yeah, you know what?
But she's protected by, you'd have to get inside the glass, right?
I'm sure they don't just let you touch her.
No, she's behind glass. So one, you got to rule out anybody actually, putting some kind of gears or mechanism.
And also, that's gross. Why would you do that? Let me bring up something else, though.
Okay.
All right. statues that blink.
I've heard of statues with blood, with tears.
You're right.
But blinking, I haven't heard of that one.
I'll show you guys this footage right now. This was taken, I think, this is on one of the earlier videos I did. I think this was taken in the Philippines, somewhere in Southeast Asia.
What was the statue made of?
Buddha statues.
Yeah,
statues.
Bronze, gold.
Like gold, like the massive statues.
Gotcha.
And they're blinking.
Okay.
So, what could be causing things to blink? Not only in animated objects, but like corpses.
Right.
Do you think? Let's talk about possession. Like let's say a spirit possessed a statue.
That would be my number one choice.
Right.
If you asked me to explain this, I'd be like, it's possessed.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me back up because I don't want to offend people who are praying to this statue. I'm not saying like it's possessed by a demon or whatever. I'm just saying like there's
something there.
In there, yeah.
Which makes sense, right? If it's a spiritual statue, there should be a spirit down there. I'm not sure.
Well, that's what I think.
But I don't think any spirit will come back. Well, maybe, why would they possess a dead person?
Well, okay, but here's the thing. This isn't just any dead person. This is a saint. So perhaps, I'm just throwing it out there, perhaps because it is, just like we're talking about monks, right? Monks' bodies are different. So maybe if you were a saint, your body has a different essence. I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe the spirits are like, let's mess with the living and see what we can get in response. And like, I want to go viral on YouTube.
And you know what? You would be the one they target because you always talk about how it freaks you out. So literally, they are waiting for you to visit one of these places.
I'll tell you this right now. One of the creepiest things I've ever seen in my life in a movie. If I was there, I would literally just go to the bathroom on the spot. Okay. It's like in The Sixth Sense. Spoiler alert, remember the scene where the girl grabs a little kid from under the bed.
Okay.
Alright?
Okay.
Look, and then, if I'm in a dark room and I'm that little kid, so at this point, I know I'm with Bruce Willis, who's a ghost. I know he's a ghost.
Right.
And then someone grabs me from under the bed? Yo, I'm not handling that well.
Oh, man.
But this is like the creepiest thing I could ever think of. If I'm in a creepy situation, creepy room, I'm taking a picture of a little child who's supposed to be dead, and she blinks at me.
Seriously.
I do not know how to handle that.
I would be petrified.
No, I wouldn't be frozen. I'm running.
You're running?
Running.
I wouldn't run.
You wouldn't run.
No, just because I'm so scared right now, and I'd be like, I'm not gonna move because if I move, what if they try to come out and possess me?
No, he's not gonna try to come up possess you. It's gonna go to the kitchen, grab a knife, and stab you.
I don't know that.
Man, this is what all kids' dolls do. There's a few things I don't mess with. One, Ouija board. Never. I messed with it once. I'll never mess with it again. That scared the heck out of me. That thing.
Not going near that.
Ouija board, completely real. Secondly, I do not play little kids' scary games.
What's a kid scary game?
Like Bloody Mary.
Oh no!
Like that Charlie demon summoning thing. I do not mess with any of that.
Heck no.
Those are not games. Those are not games to me.
Those are curses or supernatural things
think
passed
about this.
down from.
What is the benefit of one of those things working out? Like you do it to see if it works, right? What is the upside of it happening?
There is none.
What is the upside of seeing Mary?
Yeah.
What is the upside of summoning Charlie?
Yeah.
What is it?
And when I was little, kids would be like, I dare you to sit. I dare you to go in front of me. I go,
yeah. So the upside there would be they show you a kindergarten respects you. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Little Billy, I don't need you to think I'm cool. So you go home and recite that in front of the mirror.
People are brave these days. I do not mess with this stuff. But guys, I put both stories in the description box below. So take a look at the full videos and let me know if you think these are hoaxes or any other explanation that you can come up with. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you
later.